This is Mr. Tim Baker. He makes very good jokes. How are you, sir?
I mean, there's lots of people here who know far more about the surfboard industry than I do. I don't have any special kind of knowledge of the industry, except that in about 2005 or 6, I think it was, American Surfing magazine asked me to go to Thailand and write an article about the Cobra factory. And it was before it had really become a huge issue. And I went there, and you know, with a backdrop of people saying it was a shocking sweatshop and people were working for slave rates. And my heart is with the custom shapers, I've got to say. But if I'm just to be completely kind of honest and objective about it, it was a pretty mind-boggling and eye-opening experience. Both the scale of it, I mean, it is a huge facility. It was like 5 aeroplane hangars on a huge industrial complex. I think 2,500 workers at the time. And Mark, you know better than me the numbers, but I mean, they're producing in the hundreds of thousands of surfboards a year. And I've got to say, it was an incredibly clean and healthy looking facility. I mean, the sanding bays had water walls and fans so that all the dust was collected in these kind of cascading water walls and then filtered, and environmentally and cleanliness wise it was an incredibly impressive facility. But the sheer scale of it was quite mind-boggling. You know, I remember looking at it and going, wow, I wonder how all my friends in the surfboard industry are going to compete and survive. And I clearly remember being upstairs in the offices with the kind of management team, and one of them called me over to the window at closing time. It was 5 o'clock and this siren went, and he said, check this out. And I went over to the window, and there was a fleet of Cobra buses lined up out the front of the factory, and 2,500 workers came streaming out of the factory onto the Cobra buses and boarded the Cobra buses to go to a Cobra housing estate where they were all housed and then picked up in the morning and brought back to work in the morning. And I'm not saying that's right or wrong, it was just an incredibly powerful scene.
What it did was dispel the myth you thought you may have had about how they were produced over there, did it?
Yeah, well, one dispelled the myth. It certainly wasn't a sweatshop. It was a clean, professional factory. The scale of it was the thing that completely...
I think for the audience, I know some of you have to turn around, and my apologies for that. There is some pictures here of that particular factory, ladies and gentlemen.
And yeah, so I just wanted to kind of share that first-hand impression. So what's that, 6 or 7 years ago, it is a big concern, and for those sort of facilities in other parts of the world, I imagine.
Thanks very much, Tim. Oh, there they are exercising, and so forth. Thanks very much, Baker.